exclusive we brought you last night involving a Franklin DUI officer found drunk behind the wheel but not arrested. The
Franklin police chief says it was a decision he does not agree with. Many of you expressed outrage. Even one of the investigating officers wrote if this happened to any other citizen, they would have been arrested.
Andy Cordan broke this story and has many new details in his exclusive investigation.
At his January 13th disciplinary hearing, Franklin police officer Brent Rose tells supervisors the night of November 2nd starts with drinks at a local bar around 9:30 p.m. A few hours and approximately 4 to 5 whiskey drinks later, the former DUI officer drives to nearby Tin Roof 2. Rose says, "I don't remember driving over to the Tin Roof. My car was at the Tin Roof, so I imagine I drove over to the Tin Roof." Since that night, Rose tells investigators he's been seeing a counselor and attending AA meetings, adding, "I lost my brother to alcohol several years ago, and there were some unresolved issues dealing with him," according to this internal report. Franklin patrol units find the DUI officer slumped over the wheel of his private vehicle outside the Tin Roof 2. Reports indicate the keys are in the ignition and the motor is running. A 32-ounce cup of alcohol was found in the center console. Arriving Franklin officers say Rose is so unsteady on his feet, they're afraid to give him a field sobriety test for fear that he will hurt himself. At one point, the officers say Rose faceplants in the shrubbery. Though no test is administered, Sergeant J.P. Taylor estimates that Rose is more than twice the legal limit, adding had Rose taken the test, he would have done really poorly. Instead of arresting Rose for DUI, the officers call a sober ride for their colleague and he goes home. Officer Megan Valentin will later write, "If this was any other citizen, they would have been arrested." Sergeant Taylor writes, "Brent Rose needs help as opposed to being arrested. If he would have made it to the street, he would have gone to jail for DUI." When asked later about the position that Rose put fellow officers in, Sergeant Taylor said it blanked him off, and he called Rose a hypocrite because Rose is out instructing DUI classes at the Law Enforcement Training Academy. In Franklin, Andy Cordan, Nashville's News 2 investigates.
Now, Officer Rose was suspended 5 days without pay and had to undergo alcohol and drug testing. The chief called the incident unbecoming of an officer and unacceptable for any member of the department.
Officers use discretion every day, whether it's to issue a citation or whether it's to effect an arrest. Those officers made a decision at that moment based on their own discretion. I don't know that it was the right decision, but it was a decision that was made, and once it was made, we didn't have the ability to go back after the fact.
Chief Rahinsky says he considered terminating Brent Rose. Instead, he was suspended without pay and lost his status as a DUI officer.